Hey fellow surfers, let's talk about melody today, and I want to try to make an archaic definition of it. Melody, in the common sense, is something that the human ear can easily comprehend, like the sound and flow of a spoken phrase. So naturally, melody, which is a term derived from the ancient Greek word melos, which in addition to melody and song means a part of a group, is closely related to human breathing. Not only do we split our longer phrases in smaller parts because we want to be understood by the person that we're talking to, but on a much more existential level, we're dependent on our lungs that are running out of air and need to take in the next breath to go on talking. So when talking about the human voice and, in fact, any other sound generator like wind instruments that need the human breath to resonate, our phrase length is dependent on the limits of one human breath. So what about this length aspect? When can we call a gathering of notes an actual melody? I guess we can agree that in archaic terms, when taking speech as a reference, the phrase needs to have a certain length to make sense. Often it consists of two phrases interrupted by one breath. They can be heard as an opening and a closing phrase, like the phrase, "When I went swimming yesterday, I didn't have that much to say." Okay, you could speak that on a single breath, but let's think musically and give it some air in between the phrases. The Bach chorales are a very good reference for our common idea of how melody works. Here we can hear the opening and closing aspect of the phrase very well. Let's check out the Bach chorale number 63 for that matter. Try to follow the red arrows that I put on the page. Let's see what the top voice, the soprano voice, has to offer. I'll sing it an octave lower just to give you an idea. Rest, breath. Here's the second part, the conclusive phrase. Voll Schmerz und voll. As an example that it works for all the four voices that Bach set here, let's listen to the lower voice. O Haupt voll Blut und Wunde. And the conclusive part. Voll Schmerz und voll Not. I didn't sing in the correct octave here either. It's an octave higher than the bass line that is written. So we explored the long side of things, the longest phrase that is feasible to speak with one breath. What about the short side of things then? We might bring imperatives into play here. Phrases like, "Stay, I don't want you to go." Or simply the lyrical stretching of a phrase with the help of a dramatic pause, like, "Yesterday, all my troubles seemed so far away." So the phrases are shorter, but nevertheless we hear it in two distinct parts that make up a larger part, the melody. So either the musical phrase is too short, or it is too long and, as Arnold Schoenberg might have said it, meandering or wandering aimlessly. With that definition of extension, we can draw a line between the terms of melody and musical motif, which often is smaller in size and standing closer to the musical syntax, the arrangement of musical parts, than the more emotional aspect of opening and closure a melody might evoke in the listener. So far, we only dealt with the length aspect. Nevertheless, a crucial and maybe most essential characteristic to define what we call a melody. Stay tuned for the next chapter where I'll go over some of the actual note shapes melodies are made up of. Don't forget to subscribe if you wish and hit the notification button, and I would be happy about it. See you next time. Bye bye.